Napoleon Gas Fireplaces have taken the traditional fire pit and turned it into the modern hearth.
It's a high-end unit, and people want to have a higher-end feel and look to their homes.
State-of-the-art and sleek, the LHD45 by Napoleon is sophistication defined.
The concept behind the LHD45 is to make it look exactly like a flat-screen TV.
With heat-resistant glass and an electronic pilot, Napoleon's gas fireplace is not only modern in design, but advanced in technology.
Napoleon Fireplaces, we're proud to say, have won numerous industry awards for innovation and for design and technology, 4 to date that we've done in the last 6 years.
At the dawn of man, the quest for fire was primal. Through evolution, flame ignition has gone from 2 sticks rubbed together to an easy gas pilot. Even the setting for the flame has changed from a circle of stones to glass and steel.
Napoleon uses approximately 9 million pounds a year in steel just to make fireplaces.
9 million pounds is twice the weight of the Discovery space shuttle. To process all that steel into fireplaces takes a team effort.
The LHD45 takes approximately 45 minutes to build with 17 people.
Manufacturing starts with cutting out the steel parts.
It takes approximately 2,000 watts to cut through the steel at approximately 400 inches a minute.
The parts then move to the automated bender that forms them into the final shape.
It's controlled automatically. All the operator has to do is make sure that it's actually forming the parts the right way.
That's the easy job. It's after bending where the precision-trained personnel come into play. There are 3 main parts that make up the workings of the fireplace: the outer shell, the firebox, and the burner. Assembly starts with the outer shell.
We put an outer shell on the line and then add the parts to it as we go along.
And those parts are the insulation, framing, and side arms.
On the inside of the outer shell, we do have a heat shield, which also has an insulation at the back of it to protect against fire damage. Once inside the wall, it keeps everything nice and cool.
The firebox is put together on a separate assembly line.
The 7-inch manifold lets fresh air in from outside into your firebox, and then in the center of that, you have your 5-inch flue collar. That's for your exhaust for your firebox.
With the external body ready, the internal flame mechanics are prepared in the burner assembly.
The burner assembly is a very complicated part of the unit.
The burner assembly puts the flame in this fireplace, and it starts with gas.
The main valve is controlled by a gas ball with the red handle. Gas comes in here, flows through this flex tube right through to the valve.
The valve regulates the amount of gas that moves through to the orifice.
If the valve were to fail, this orifice would only allow so much gas to pass through.
The orifice distributes the gas to the burner chamber, then reaches the pilot.
Once the pilot ignites, the whole burner lights up. Then you have flame.
The first part to be assembled is the valve.
So I'm taking a valve and I'm going to take my connectors and just hand tighten them to the valve.
The valve is connected to a bracket.
So now I'm going to take my burner base and a valve, and I'm going to secure it to the base.
The valve secure, the orifice is also attached to the base.
Now I will take gasket, my manifold, and an orifice, and I'll secure this to my base.
This is what the gas travels through. The valve regulates how much gas goes to the orifice, but the orifice then distributes it to the burner.
Next, the valve and orifice are connected.
Then I pass it on to my lovely friend Janice. Thanks.
From there, a pilot is attached. The pilot is what ignites the gas for an instant flame.
I take one pilot and I insert that into the base, as well as a ground wire.
In the burner, the chamber fills up with gas, and then the pilot ignites.
Take one of my burners, place it over top of the orifice, and then secure that to the base.
Napoleon uses an electronic system that ignites the gas in the burner and the pilot at the same time.
Then I attach my wire harness. And then I attach my pilot wires to the ignition board.
The hand-built burner is now complete and gets carefully inspected to ensure no gas is leaking.
So the purpose of the test is to make sure nothing is leaking, no gas is leaking.
Using a sniffer, any leaking gas is detected.
And then I just shut her down.
The completed burner is installed in the firebox. That takes care of the function. Now for the form. The inside of the firebox is spray painted, then decorative material is added. The standard is a glass amber bed, but there are more natural options like the beech log.
All of our logs are produced here in the factory and actually hand painted in detail.
The selected media is added to the final package. Next, the glass is installed. In 1981, Napoleon was the first to use heat-resistant glass.
So it's letting air go between the glass, the wall, and this glass front. It's a little cooler to the touch, so it's safer for people to be around.
Technology and smart design are what keep these fireplaces burning hotter than the rest for over 30 years.
One of the great things about having an LHD 45 is on those cold evenings to be able to have an instant fire to cozy up to.